Report?
Estimate probe arrival in 1.5 minutes.
Very good. Ensign Watson, keep a close eye on those navigational sensors. If those guys have their aim a little off, I'd like to know so we can dodge.
Yes, sir.
That probe is moving at nearly light speed. We won't even realize it's there before we're dead. If it's coming at us, of course.
Humor me.
Radio indicates the test has started. The probe should be about 30 seconds behind that message.
Outer camera probes, register test probe on track. Onboard thermal sensors detecting extremely high temperature object approaching test range. Test probe has arrived. I'm getting good telemetry from the vehicle.
Is it safe to approach?
All sensors and diagnostics show green. Looks like it went perfectly.
Match course and speed. I'll have Paul operate the tow field and haul it on board. Looks like it came through in one piece.
Hey, that it did, amazingly enough. Not even a scratch on it.
Came out of the factory. It just came out of the factory. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
That depends entirely on what you intend to do about it.
There's an access panel here. Can you open it?
In that case, Captain, no, I didn't hear a thing.
Just open it.
All you had to do was ask. Let's see, it looks like we have a standard SD34 combination lock on here. I think my pocket comp could convince it to open. There, that's got it.
There's a cat in here.
A cat?
Ooh. Friendly little critter. I guess they wanted to verify the drive would work with living creatures.
Well, it seems to have survived having its atoms digitized, energized, and reconstituted. That's something I'd like to do if you ask me.
Are you sure you're not a doctor?
Mirage reports test successful and probe recovered.
Very good. Have them return for debriefing immediately. When they return, notify me, and then get to work on their ship immediately.
Yes, sir, Director Murrow.
Shards of Earth. No sooner do we get back than we're called into a formal debriefing.
I, for one, was looking forward to some shore leave.
Not with that slave driver Murrow taking a close personal interest in this project. He's constantly breathing down the necks of those poor project engineers.
Well, it looks like it's our turn to be breathed on for a while.
You have such a way with imagery, Commander Fields.
What can I say? It's a gift.
Pity we can't return it.
There's the room. Deck 8, room 27B.
Well, let's get this over with.
Ah, Captain Vanderdecken and our officers. You know Dr. Jenkins, Captain Wist, Commander Kyle, Dr. Beffrin. Please be seated. Doctor, you may proceed.
With the return of the Mirage and her test data, Phase 1 is now complete. Of course, there are several months of data analysis to be performed.
Doctor?
But the results were so overwhelmingly positive that we can begin Phase 2 immediately.
Phase 2?
Phase 2 involves examining the feasibility of sentience utilizing the inversion drive technology. As you can see from this chart, there are several steps involved. Step 1 modifies the drive using multi-dimensional memory modules in the doppelganger part of this process.
Multi-what?
Later.
Does he always talk like that?
MDM devices are necessary to store the huge amount of information involved in digitizing sentience, or a ship full of sentience. Step 2 is to mount the drive onto a test ship, and Step 3, of course, is to test the drive.
Let me get this straight. You tested the drive with one small cat, and now you want to move on to 400 plus people.
A cat?
Isn't that what he just said?
And just who gets this honor?
Captain Vanderdecken, after some careful planning and a complete review of the service records of the candidates, the Mirage has been chosen as the test bed for Phase 2.
And Captain Wist?
We're your backup test ship and your chase ship. You'll get all the glory, but I'll be right behind you all the way.
Congratulations, Captain Vanderdecken. Dr. Beckford and the staff has already started on the modifications to the Mirage. Your crew is granted shore leave for 5 days while they're working. Dismissed.
What an honor. We'll be famous.
We'll be dead.
What?
It's a suicide mission. These new gadgets never work right the first couple of times.
Then why did you agree?
That comment Murrow made about my complete record. Well, let's just say he's got some dirt on me. It ruined me completely. Not just professionally.
But what about the rest of the Mirage crew?
Oh, they'll be famous.
So they've never actually tried this thing on people before?
And don't worry, the new MDM module should be able to handle it.
You were going to explain what those are.
Okay, MDM stands for multi-dimensional memory. And to start with, you know there's a limit to how much you can store in the normal 3 dimensions.
Right. You can only store so much on one disk. You get more disks. You can only store so much in 3 dimensions. You get some more dimensions.
Exactly. The devil was in the details, though. It took them a long time, first of all, to find dimensions they could use, and then useful ways of accessing those dimensions.
And they've done it?
They seem to think so. My friend at Delta Station loaned me this new pocket comp.
Does it really work?
Seems to. Sucker's got twice the memory capacity of the Mirage's main computer. I've backed up the entire core on this single MDM memory disk.
The complete core?
Well, yes.
Don't you think that's a little dangerous? There's enough information on there to frighten a lot of us if it fell into the wrong hands.
I didn't think of that.
Nevertheless, that's very, inventive of you. I'll just take care of that for safety's sake. You never know when we'll have to do a manual core restoration in the field.
Hey, there's that bastard Whist.
He seems pretty nice.
One of Murrow's toadies. One of the better ones at that.
Murrow has this problem. He can't seem to get help that's both trustworthy and competent.
And which one is Whist?
Trustworthy.
And us.
Competent. Well, it's not every time you can throw a 5-day, it's the end of the ship as we know it, and I feel fine party.
First one for me, too. I know we should have them more often.
I think once is probably enough. That's all we're likely to get.
I suppose you're right.
Well, now I remember all too clearly how we got here. Let's get on with this cliffhanger so I can have some aspirin. Mirage to Lambda Station. Our board reads completely green. We're ready here.
Lambda Station is ready. Hold for range verification.
Test range is clear. Chase ship in position.
This is the captain speaking. I know there are 435 of you on board, many of whom have not had any camera time yet. But with a lot of hard work from you and a lot of dumb luck, I'm sure we'll pull through. Captain out.
The station signals that we can engage the drive at our discretion.
Let's do it with some style.
We'll show those bastards.
Engage inversion drive.
What happened?
Chase ship, report.
Negative contact.
They're gone.
Next week on Space Rogues TSE. Is the Mirage still in one piece, stranded deep in space and in trouble? Is Murrow's new ship a rescue ship or an assassin? Find out next week in an all-new episode of Space Rogues.